Yeah, good evening, guys. Hello.
Good
Okay.
evening,
Good
sir.
evening.
Yeah. Okay. I will start. Okay. I think we started the data view, right? Where we can practice everything.
Data view
Playground.
playground.
Data view playground. Okay. So it's officially maintained by
mulesoft.
mulesoft only. Okay, just the one. Okay. Now in last class was seen 1 second, and we already seen with different data types and everything, right? So I will show this one. Okay. So what is the anatomy of what is this above part we can call it as
Header.
the header one. This we can call it as
Body.
the
Body.
body section. Okay. So that's all. Then 1 second. So what is the Boolean type? True, false, something we can everything we are getting. So what is specialty of the data view here is the array contains the heterogeneous data, not like other programming languages and everything. So these are some basics we are seeing, and we are at the okay, now, so the today's part is the selector. So your data is available inside of an array or inside of an object. So how we are going to select that one? So we have the different selectors are available. By using the selectors, we can able to do it. So you can see these, we can call it as selector. The first one is the single value selector. So what the specialty of the single value selector? The name itself indicates this at a time we can get the only one single field of value. Okay, so that is the single value selector. So the single value selector, the symbol is the single dot operator. We can use the single value selector. That means single value selector. You can see, for example, this is the data. I think where is our playground? Okay. Okay. So this is my data. For example, I want to display the job. How we can get that job? Your entire data is available inside of the what? The payload.
Road.
So
Dot
for
job.
what is my requirement? I want to select the single field value. Then we can give the dot and whatever the field you want, you can simply mention it. So here the single dot operator, generally we can call it as a single value selector. What is the intention of the single value selector? At a time it is returning only one single value. Okay, that is your single value. So we already seen how we are going to create an object. We can simply give the open curly braces. It is automatically creating an object. So the object always follows the key and value pair. Here you can give whatever the key value, and we need to map the values. So your mapping value will be done like this one. So these are the things we are discussed in last class. So here most frequently used operator single value selector, that is
Dot.
single dot. Okay. Now we are more to the next component. So for example, there are multiple values are there. I think we already seen this example. That's why I'm not discussing it. So for example, I want to access the I want to access this field. How we can access it?
Nested object.
Yeah. So how we can access this one?
Payload
Payload
dot
dot
name dot
name
Payload
dot
last.
dot
last.
name
Name
dot
dot
the last.
last.
Okay, I think we already seen. That's why I'm not using this one. Then you can see this one is already we are seeing. What is the indexing value? What is the index? If the your input is an array, then we need to select the array of items by using the index only.
Index.
So by default, your indexing start with the 0. That is the point you have to remember. Whenever we want to get particular one, then we can give like this one. Then it is automatically picking that index value. So what is the specialty of you can see this is the nested array. I think I'm not covering this one. I will show you. It is also very simple. Okay. This is my input. Now how we can identify what kind of data I am passing? How we
Type
can
of
identify this? So first we can check it. Type of the payload, what
payload.
I am sending is the payload. So I am sending the array. Inside of an array, different values are available. So I'm using the payload. I'm using the index symbol. When we give the 0, you can see it is a single value, right? For example, here I'm mentioning as a 1. Then what value it is returning?
Two. One
No, no, no,
two.
no, no. What value it is returning?
Array. Nested
Array.
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 So that is the point you have to remember. Again, it is an array. Again, you want to access the items inside of an array. Again, we need to mention the indexing,
Index.
right? So what you can do, you can treat this entire thing as a one item, right? So what
Mm.
is 1 second? We can follow different ways, but it is most easiest way. So you can see what is the meaning of this entire thing is this entire thing is returning this array. If it is an array, then how we can access the items? We can simply mention indexing,
Index
right?
value.
So this is the way also we can able to get it. So generally you can follow this manner. It is very easy because in future also we have to access the output of array and we want to access some. Then this approach is very easy. Okay. So what is the first one? We are accessing the particular element and we are
array.
inspecting that entire item is an array. Then we can apply the indexing over there. It is very easy. Okay. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Then we can move to the next component. So what is the use of the negative indexes? Whenever we want to access
Data
them in reverse
reverse.
order, then we can use the negative indexes. So the question is, I want to reverse this entire array. How we can reversing the entire array?
Range we need to say.
Minus 1 to 0.
Payload,
0.
yeah, payload minus 1 to 0. This
Zero.
is your interview question. Just remember, guys. Okay. So the next one is the range selector. We also seen. So inside of the indexing, we want to move from 0 to 5 or 5 to 6. Something we want to give, then we can use the operator 0 to 1 something. So this we can call it as the range. Now we can see this is the most important and confusing. This we can call it as a.
Multi-value.
Multi-values.
So the name itself indicates what is the meaning of the multi-value. The selector always returns the multiple values, right? You can see this is the my data, and so I'm just copying it. I'm placing here. You can see what kind of data I am sending. What
Type.
kind of data I am sending. Technically, so frankly speaking, it is
Object.
not a proper JSON.
Hmm.
How we can validate this one?
JSON
Online validation.
validator.
JSON validator.
Right. So let's check this one because why I'm explaining this means your XML data is coming like this one. Why I'm telling this is not a proper JSON? Everything is good now. Key is there, value is there, object form is there. Everything seems to be very right? Then why I'm telling this is not a proper JSON?
More than one object. It contains more than one object, and it
That's it. Is there any special reason is there? What is the specialty of Aadhaar card?
unique identification.
Unique number.
Unique,
Unique.
right? So that
Unique.
always remember inside of the JSON, your key values must be unique. Then only we can say that this is a proper JSON. You can see these keys are repeating, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So technically it is not a proper JSON because I want to identify this value 4. Which key I want to use it? This one or this one or this one? Got it right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this is not a proper JSON, but your XML data is coming with the multiple key values, duplicate key values also. Okay. So in those situations, we need to use this multi-value selector. Okay. First, I am checking whether this is a proper JSON or not. Then we can convert them as XML and we will see this one. So JSON validator, let's check it. JSON lint. I am placing the whatever the data, validate JSON. You can see what is the error it is throwing.
Duplicate.
Duplicate number.
So your JSON must contains
Unique key.
unique
Unique.
key values. That is the point you remember. But you can see the where. Okay, first we will discuss the entire examples here. Then we can see. So what is my requirement is, for example, I want to access the key names number. Then how we can get it? Payload dot
Number.
right? Now you can closely observe the output of this one. So what? How many values it is throwing?
One.
One.
Only one, right? Now what is my requirement? I want to access wherever the number key value is there. I want to access those keys. Okay. Then you can see you already know. So the star indicates multiple
Everything.
values, right? Then you
Yes.
can see the payload dot star number. That means
1 through
wherever
4.
the key is number is there, those values I want to access it. So then you can see all values are coming.
No, 2 is missing
Why it is missing?
because it is nested under more.
Nested. Okay. Then how I want to access all the thing, right? Otherwise, you can see here, you need to remember the structure of this entire data. So first I'm copying it. I am placing inside of this.
No.
Then here we can modify everything. I will nested it. here we need to remember one basic knowledge. Okay. Now, so what is this one? This is an object, right?
Yes.
I will let me write. How many levels are there?
2.
Levels means this is entire thing is an object, right? I am writing like this one. So how many levels means you can see this is my first level, right? This is my first level. Again, this is my first level. Again, this is my first level, right? Then we can go for it. So what about this one? This is a part of the nested one. That is, this is my second level, right?
Yes.
Now, whenever we want to access the first level of the data, then I can write like this one. Payload
Dot
dot.
star.
I want to access the multiple keys. Then multiple means I can place the star. Then what is your key value? Number. Now you can see it is always picking the data at the first level only because there is only single dot. Whatever the first levels are there, one is there, then output. Then you can see this is the first level or second level.
Second.
So then it is not picking then what the first level value? 3 is there, 4 is there. That's why it is returning 1, 3, 4. Okay, got it, guys?
Yes.
So these we can generally we can call it as a nested levels or we can call it as a descendant levels. Okay, now you can see I'm writing like this one. Payload dot number. Now, what is the meaning of this one means? So, what is the meaning of this one means? The payload is the dot indicate the single level. Double dot indicates
Second level.
second level or descendant levels. Now, you can see what is the output of this one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure? Maybe I don't know. We can check this one.
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4 only. String is 5.
5 is a string.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's check this one. So, instead of star, we need to place the double dot. Now, you can see what is the output.
1, 2.
1, 2, what about 3 and 4?
It won't go back again to level 1.
No, it is not going to go back. So here that this is the one. So what is the first operator?
Single value.
That means at a time it is picking the single one. Then what about the double dot?
Descendant.
That means the first occurrence of the first sub level. Okay. Now this is my first level data. One is coming. Then we can there is a double dot is there. Then I can move to the descendant levels. Whatever the descendant level is there. Now I am entering into this level. And again there is a first occurrence is there. Then I can get only this value. For example, here you can see. I think it is 1 second. There is a value is there 3 3. You can see. Still I am getting only 1 2. What is the
First
meaning?
occurrence only.
That's the meaning of the dot dot operator. The dot dot always get the data first occurrence of the first descendant level. Got it?
Yes.
So for example, the same thing is repeating. Okay, let's see. Maybe inside of this one, the same keys I am repeating. Okay, now again you can see what is the value it is coming.
2.
1, 2, 2.
No. How many levels it is parsing? First level is there, second level is
Second and
there,
third level.
again 3 level is there. But what is the problem here?
First
In
occurrence
each
only.
level, it is giving the first occurrence. Got it, guys?
Yes.
So the single means the first occurrence only it is always giving. But here, what is your requirement? All the occurrences you want to give it. Then which symbol you need to place here?
Star.
Where we need to place? After the single dot or double dot or where we need to place it? All occurrences in all levels, right?
After single says second dot.
That you can see everything is coming now.
Yeah.
Got it the meaning? Now I am writing, don't worry, by practice you can get it. So now you can see the we can write it. It's very easy, don't worry guys. First one, the single dot operator. Single occurrence. Okay. Now we can see what is the double dot.
Single occurrence of descendant.
Just tell me. Single occurrence in which level?
Every level.
Every level there is technical term is there.
No, descendant.
All descendants.
All descendant.
So this is your technical word you want to remember. Then, for example, I am placing like this one, dot, star. Then what is the meaning of this one?
All occurrences.
All occurrences.
Descendant level.
Which level? Which level only?
First level. All
Yes,
occurrences will be
between
first level.
First,
First level.
first level,
All occurrences.
all.
Occurrences.
So there is more thing. Dot, dot, star. Then tell me,
First and second level
all occurrences
of all descendant
in
level.
all descendant
all
descendant level.
descendants. This is the most important interview question they may be asked you. So what about value selector means you need to explain like this one. Okay, generally your JSON data is not coming with the multiple duplicate values, but your XML data definitely comes with one. Okay, so in those situation we need to get the data like this one. Okay, got it guys?
Yes.
Yeah. So every time you need to remember. So if the key is multiple time, then we need to use it. Let me see. Is there any XML data is there? You can see. Yeah. So generally your data is coming as like this one. So in those situation, definitely we need to give the like that. You can see. So your payload. So you can see in the XML, your key may be repeating. Okay, you can see the key is repeating, but then the JSON, there is no repetition of the type. For example, I want to validate this one. Maybe we don't know, right? How we can validate it? Tell me.
XML validator.
Yes, then we can here. So in those situation, we need to use this one. XML validate, XML validation. Okay, validate. You can see what is there any errors are there?
No.
That
These are
means
all.
what is the problem? Now you can understand what is the problem of XML. Then XML, your data, you can see the whatever the key you are using, that may be a repeating. So what is your requirement here? Wherever that field is there, I want to pick that key value. Then how we can get it? You can see when we place the payload dot number, it is always giving the, sorry,
None.
why it is not coming anyone? So what the problem of this XML is always follow the structure, right? Payload dot root element, then you can see. So payload dot data dot the number I am giving, it is only giving the first occurrence. But what is your requirement? Wherever the number fields are there, we don't know, right, where it is available. Now I want to get it, right? Then we can give the star. Now you can see all the number fields are coming. Okay. For example, you want the descendant level, then you can give this one, then everything is coming 1, 3, 4, 2. Okay. So while we parsing of XML data, generally we can go for this kind of structure. Descendant levels, all the occurrences and everything. Okay, guys. Hello. Yes,
Yes.
or no? Yeah. So that's all about the selectors of descendant level and everything. Okay. For example, this is my data. Now let's check it. How we can able to do this one.
So
And
Srinath, can you
yeah,
hold here?
yeah.
Yeah, here in output, who is why it's written last?
Why it is written last means just
Yeah.
compare it in 1, 3, 4, which levels of data it is.
It's the first level.
Then completion of the first level, the second
Then
level,
second
after
level.
completion of the second level, third level.
Okay.
They're following it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, then you can see, yeah. I'm placing the data here. It is a JSON data. Now I'm removing everything. Okay. Now you can see number field is here, is there, but you can see what kind of data I am passing. What kind of data it is. What is my input data type?
Array.
Array, right? So
Yeah.
I want to access them. Let's say, for example, how we can get it, payload dot, let us say the number. You can see if it is an array also, same logic is applicable. Got it, guys?
Yes.
If it is an object or array, the same logic it is applicable. Okay. Hello, am I getting, guys? For example, I want to access this one only. Tell me. I want to print only these 3 and 4 only.
Payload of 2.9.
Payload of?
2.
Yeah, tell me. Okay. So I want to apply the logic only for this one. Just I available. You can see this is the which item. This is the third item, right? Then I can apply the payload of 2. So top of this one, I want to apply the logic. Then I can put here. So then here, what is your logic? So dot
Dot number.
star number. I can give like this. Oh, descendant levels, right? Then you can see 3, 4. So this the way whatever the data is there. So depending on that one, we can use the combination of the index one, then you can descendant levels, something right, right? Got it, guys?
Yes.
So by practice, you
Yes,
can
yes.
get it. When we parsing of XML only, generally we can go for the descendant levels. 99% generally we are using the single operator only. Okay. Some situations when your input is an XML, then only we can go for these notations. Okay. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. Then we can move to the next one. If we are already seen the array, then we can this one. Okay. Same example we are seeing the multiple values. Okay. Then so in single word. So we already discussed this one. Let me recollect it anyhow. So the single object dot key always give the single value, array of indexes, something 0, 1, 5, 10, then a range of electrics, starting index and 2 and everything. Multi-value selector, dot and star, descendant selector, value, double dot key. This is the way we can able to select the data from your input. Okay, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, then we can move. By practice, you can everything is coming, don't worry. Okay. Then we can move to the next one. I think we are missed only one thing. Okay, I will. I think we are not covered this one. If it is an object, then I think we missed that one. I take this one. Okay, this is my input. For accessing of an object, there is a multiple item is there.
Here is straw.
Yeah, I
There
will
is
show.
one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is my payload. Generally, how we can access them with a payload dot that particular key name, right? So for
Yes.
the an objects, there is second approach is
Yes.
there. How we can access it means the payload inside of this one square bracket. We are not going to give the indexes. Here we need to specify the name of your key. For example, I want to print this one. What is this name of the key?
City.
City, right? Then inside of the square bracket, maybe you can print like this one, then it is automatically picking that particular key inside of your payload. Okay, so this is your second approach. Whenever your input is an object, whenever we want to access them particular key value instead of the payload dot key name. So this approach also we can able to use it. Okay,
Mm.
within the square bracket instead of indexes, we need
Index.
to specify
Key.
key
Key.
value. That key must be inside of double quotes only. So this is a one approach. Just remember, in sometimes we need to use this one also in some complex operations. Okay, let me see. You can see when we access the inside of the 0, it is, you can see what value it is returning.
First.
First value. But what is your requirement? For example, you don't know, right? So you don't know
City.
where, because for example, we don't know where this transaction date is available. In this example, it is available at the first field. But for example, in some situation, these keys are dynamically changed. Then how we can
Mm.
get this value?
By key name.
By
Key
key
value.
only, right? So in those situation, we can simply mention that key here in double quotes. It is automatically coming here. Okay. So in those situation, we can use like that one. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the one. Then we can go.
How about
Yeah.
we select address one,
This is
address
the
with
one,
door number?
right?
Yeah.
Then yeah,
Can we
tell
just
me.
specify
Yeah.
the door number like
No, no. That which one approach? Payload dot address or with on the?
with the only key values?
Then you can see ADDRESS. What is the output of this one?
Okay.
It's an
object. Then,
Dot,
so what the simple approach? It is
dot.
up to you, but it is very easy when we can put entire this, the output of this entire thing is an object. Then again, you can apply it, whatever you can use the dot
City.
operator. Otherwise, you can use the square bracket. Then you can apply here whatever the logic.
okay.
Okay. So by practice, you can get it. Otherwise, whatever you here, if you want this entire thing is an object, then you can directly use the dot city also. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Then we can move this one. Up to now we are seeing the how we can get the data and everything. So for the every programming, most of the things what we need to perform some validations. If it is the if we check the condition is true, then we need to perform something. The condition is false, then we need to perform the another one, right? So for that one, definitely we need to store the data, right? Your maybe your data is coming as a payload, but in sometimes some part of the data I want to save it as temporary. Then we by using the temporary data, and we want to process the data, and I want to validate something, right? So definitely we require the variables. So whatever the variables here we are creating inside of the transformation, that we can call it as a local variable. In previous also we are created variables in so many flows, right? So how we are creating the flows? Sorry, how we can creating the variables inside of the
Plus
flow?
symbol.
By
Plus.
using the set
Set
variable, or
variable.
inside of the transformation we can add the target, right? So
Yes.
those variables are somewhat different to this one, because whatever the variables here we are creating, those are only available inside of this script only. That means whatever the variables here you are creating, those available inside of this transformation function only. So whatever the variables here, these we can call it as a local variables. Okay. So where we can creating the local variables means here you can see the let me. Okay, no problem. Here you can see I'm creating a variable. What is the starting word of variable? You can see what is the
Where.
first three letters of the variable.
Where.
Then by using this keyword, we can able to create a variable. It's very simple. Then you can see the where. Sorry, where I am writing it. The where. Then we can give the variable name, whatever the variable name you want. For example, here I am giving that variable name as a data. Sorry. Variable name is a data. Okay. So for this variable, we need to give the value. So up to you. So you can give whatever the static value you want. Otherwise, you want to save some metadata, you can give it, right? So for example, here I'm giving the data as a static one, data equal to 0. Okay. So this data, we can use it anywhere, right? For example, there is a price is there. Okay. Now you can see I want to access that price, and whatever the data is there, I want to add it. Then tell me how we can access that price.
Payload.
Payload
Hello,
Dot
dot
price.
guys.
price. Okay, it is coming. It is not coming. Why?
No double quote.
No, your key is a price. But you can see what is the data type of this price.
String.
Guys, we can apply this one plus symbol. Let's check this one data. You can see automatically it is converted to.
Number.
Number.
Why it is converted to the number?
Because
Anyone?
we have a variable type is.
So whatever you are seeing, you can see the where payload dot price is the even it is a string value, but inside of the string everything is available at the numeral. Then you are applying the operations over the numerical data. Then it is automatically converted to the numerical one. So everything is automated. We don't need to take care of. But once we first we need to convert the number, then we need to apply them. Sometimes everything is automatically conversion. This we can call it as auto correction. Correction is nothing but typecasting. Okay, just remember it. Here you can see. So how we can access this variable, we no need to use any special keyword, because this variable is available only inside of this one only. Then we can simply directly use this variable. Okay, got it, guys?
Can you may put that value as 100 for data?
Yes.
So it will increase by 13 and 10. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
simple one, right? For example, here what is my requirement is I want to create an object. First one, just listen. The second one is whatever the name and cities are there, I want to concat into those two things. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Then, so for this one, what requirement is I want to create a two variables. Inside of the two variables, this entire data is available. For example, the name and city, there is a one variable is there, the name. So inside of this one, whatever the payload is there, inside of the payload, the name value is the available. You can see it is not available.
Okay.
Yeah. And there is one more variable is there where otherwise, 1 second. Otherwise, we can give it as a not a name. Is there any surname? Is there right? What we call it as a tree something. Technically, that the starting what we can give the sub sir. And here I want to add it like this one, Mr. and Miss something, right? Okay. So whatever the person name is there, na? No, right? So
The name is there, Federica and the
where it is there. For this name, I want to add this starting. Okay, so wherever the name is there for this name before this thing, I want to add this one, right? So this entire thing is available inside of the variable. Let us assume. Now, how we can do that one? First, I need to create an object. How we can create an object?
curly braces.
That's it. So what is your requirement? You need to create a one new field, that is the name. For this name field, what is your requirement? You need to
Payload dot-
concatenate it. Whatever the variable data is there, that variable data is coming like this one. So we need to concatenate it with the your original data. Where is your original data? Payload dot, payload dot, that is the name. Okay. Now you can see it is automatically concatenating, right? For example, there is a space is missing. How we can add that space also?
Variable
Yes.
use
Tell me,
space.
tell me. Either you can place the variable space here, then it is
Mm.
automatically coming. So it is simplicity, right? That's why. So whatever the logic, sometimes we need to concatenate something. We can create a variable and we can use that variable here. So most advantage, for example, inside of your input, there is a name. One is there, and there is a name two is there. For the name two also, I want to apply the same logic. Then how we can do that one? Again, we no need to create name two. Then here, so how the logic? Surname plus plus payload dot what is this one? Name two.
Name.
Okay. Which one? It is not throwing anything. Is there any special character is there? Yes, we are missing this thing. Okay. Okay. Where it is something error is coming here.
Name one, Vishnu.
Name one.
Payload dot name one.
Okay, name one. Okay. Yeah. Still it is throwing an error. Is there any comma I missed? Is comma is there? Name one is there? Name two comma is there?
Semicolon or column? I want to
The
separate it.
colon only. Sometimes it is 18th line. What is this 18th line? Here we are missing. Okay.
Yeah.
So coming like this one. So once you store the data, whatever the special is there, then we can use that variable here. Just now, as of now, just understand how we can create a variable and where and how we can use these variables efficiently. In the future examples, you can understand. Okay. So just
I have
now.
one
So
question.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Can we assign any value to that variable from the output payload? Just like I want to assign that
Yeah.
pin to that.
Here.
I want to save a variable with the pin number. Yeah.
So this the one. Oh, okay, I got it. So your variable contains your entire payload, or your variable contains some part of the payload. Anything we can able to save it.
Yeah, but it's showing here.
Then you can go with pay. Sorry, that variable name. Na, I think it is coming. Okay.
Yeah, it's showing here.
So why showing error? Tell me.
It is of string
First, read
type.
out that error. It's very simple. Understanding the errors in the one. You can see what the error is throwing.
We call the function plus with this.
So, this is your string data, but in auto correction, the pin is coming as a string main, but it is automatic conversion. This is the numerical data.
Hmm.
So numerical data and the string data, they are not matching. That's why I'm unable to concatenate the thing. So it's very easy. Either you can convert them entire thing as a string and you can get it, right? You can see as string. Now, 1 second, then
But
we
you
can
said that conversion will
check.
take care automatically by mulesoft.
Yes, one
We know
second. I will explain 1 second.
yeah, we can delete the second line.
Okay. Okay, there is one more famous error is coming. Just read out that error.
Cannot correlate null to string.
So what is the meaning of the null?
It is taking this null.
So whenever this is the most important one, whenever you are concatenating the two strings, it is automatically throwing this error. Why? Because means sometimes this value is not available. Then what happens? It is throwing an error, right? So in
Default.
those situation, what you need to do is always you can give some default.
111.
Then you can see it is coming. Okay,
But it is not appending that pin, right? It's just giving the null.
where which one?
It should append the pin number before this. My understanding.
Oh,
Where content.
no. Maybe we can wait. Actually, this pin is not coming.
Address we should
Yeah,
mention.
yeah, it is pin is okay, yeah. You can
It
see
is
it is the
nested.
part of the nested one, right? ADRESS address dot pin. Am I correct? ADDRE. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's
Now you can see. For example, this field is not available. There is no value is available. Then it is automatically converted to the empty string that is concatenating. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. So this is the one. Just remember. So inside of the variable, you can save entire the payload, some part of the payload. According to your requirement, you can store any kind of data. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is the variable. Just as of now, just understand what is the variable and everything. Now we will do some net. Okay. Everything you can see the boolean operator. Now you can see just like any programming language, we need to perform some operations. Means we need to do the validation something. How we can do the validation everything means they're providing some operator. Arithmetic greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, everything it is available. Okay, so all of them. So this one is the specialty with this different one. I will explain this one. Okay, one by one we are going to see it. For example, I removing this entire data. Okay, so there is okay, I am passing some data like this one 6. What is my requirement? Is the simple validation we can start with one, then it is. So I want to check whether that whatever the value I am passing, that is the even or odd. Okay, so how we can check this one? Definitely we need to check one condition, right?
Divisible by 2.
Yeah, right. That means you can see I am writing the condition. I am not using any if something like that one 6. Okay. Now you can see I'm checking the condition. You can see 6 greater than 3. What is the output?
True.
That means you can see that means whenever you are checking the condition, it is automatically throwing the Boolean value,
Boolean.
either
Yes.
true or false. If it is the true, then we want to perform some operation. If it is the false, then we want to perform the some operation. So in those situation, we need to use the if statement, right?
Hmm.
Right now, that means by using this one, you can see I'm creating one object here. Then you can see if it is a even, then we need to print the true. If it is a not even, you need to print the false. Then how we can write the condition here?
Payload divided by.
Yeah, payload divided by 2. Then it is true. Here we need to check the condition is equal to 0. Then, oh, it
P1
is
is
not.
false.
Why it is giving the false? Always you can give this one. Hey, again, what the error here? What is the payload? 6. 6 by 2 is 3. Okay.
Equal
So,
to.
Yeah. So here, what is my requirement? I want to return the main. I want to return the remainder. How we can get the remainder?
By using mod.
Is there any
Percentage.
percentage symbol is there? Not is now, right? So actually I forget.
Yeah, mod.
Okay, yeah, forget to tell that one. Okay, you can see the mod 6 comma 2 always give the something, right? But here what is that is not our case. And one
What is
second.
mod?
The mod is nothing but the modulus operator. Instead of the percentage to get the
Yeah.
remainder, we can use that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, let me check this one. Uh, First we can go for this one. You can see what is my requirement. If the name equal to Smith, then I want to return the true. If the name equal to not the Smith, and I want to return the false. Then, but this one you can here can see I'm not writing any if condition. Just I'm writing the condition like this one. So the payload is equal to the Smith. You can see what it returns.
True.
That means whenever you are checking the condition, it is automatically returns the Boolean value. So
Yes.
depending on this Boolean value, you want to perform or you want to do something, then we know to use the
Equal.
if condition. Now you can see here if the value is true, then we can give the your answer is the valid one. Otherwise, so something like that one. Okay. And let me create one simple example. 1 second. Okay. So you can see what is my requirement, whatever the price is there. If the below 100, then we go for the buy. If it is above 100, then we want to, and we don't
Don't
want to
apply.
buy the items. The simple one, simple validation, right? Then you
Yeah.
can see here, I want to give the, what is this one? And I can give the action. So here I want to print the action. So here you want to print the, you want to identify the action. What is your action? So you want to check the price. So where is available inside of the payload dot price is there. You can see when we check this condition is what is the condition? If this value is greater than 100, 100, then what is you need to do? We need to print the true or you need to print some message.
Message.
Then how we can get it? So we can simply put this entire thing is an if, and you can see if this condition is true, then what you need to do? You need to print a message. What is the message? Halved
Not to get.
or something. Not to buy.
Hard.
Okay, not to buy. Okay. Then if the condition is fail, automatically it is going for the else. Whatever it is going, go to buy. Okay. So simple if condition, but here the question is here you need to remember is inside of this one there is no simple if is there, so you must write the else part also. Okay, now you can see for example I'm trying to if you can see if is automatically comes with the
Else.
so this is the one, but alone if also we can able to write it, but as of now just remember, so we can whenever we need to write the if condition you must pass the else also. Okay, so what
Yes.
is the condition here? For example, the payload dot price is greater than or equal to 100, then what is your requirement? You can go for the buy, sorry, stop. Okay, otherwise for the else I don't want to give anything, then you can write like this one, null.
Double
Okay,
code is double
where
price payload dot here.
yeah, double dot is available now. Okay, now you can see for example this data is available as a 80, then what is the value it is again? Got it, guys? So simple validation, don't worry. Okay, understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so now we comes with the something different condition now, like let's see. So same thing, if else if ladder we can able to use it. You can see first I can explain the use case, then we can go for it. So if this value is you can see there is a thing buy hold sell. If the value is now you want to buy something, you can see what the condition is. If the value is less than 100, then I want to buy it. If the value is above 101 above 100, then I want to sell it. Otherwise I want to hold it. Okay, that means in between 99 something they are giving, you can see. So if the item is then below 99, then you can go for the buy. If the item is above 100, then I want to sell it. If the item is 100, then I want to hold it. Something simple, three conditions, right? So you want to perform the multiple conditions, how we can able to do it. Okay,
Inside
just
a
like other
variable.
programming, if else if, then we can go for it. Okay, then I can write that one. Okay, so what is the first condition?
Yeah, but here he in those. Can you go to that page, sir?
That is those people are written inside of the variable. I will explain that. Okay, maybe you are asking that one, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, in later you can understand. Okay, but as of now, just you can go for the field one. So otherwise, for simplicity, I can give the age. If
18.
the age is 18, he can he is ready for the cast the vote. If the age is less than 18, not ready to cast the vote. If the age is above the 18, then we can something. Okay, so this is the simple logic you want to apply, right? Then here you can see. First you want to check the condition, then you can see if else. Okay, so it's up to you guys. Either you can write like this one, otherwise you can write it in single line. It's up to you. There is no rule is there. Okay, what the first condition we need to use it, the payload dot age. What is the first condition? If the greater than 18, then what is the message you want to print it?
Right to cast.
Eligible to vote.
Is
Eligible to vote,
something,
yes.
then we can give the alert.
Mhm.
Okay, then else, now you can tell
Minor.
me. So inside of the else, again I want to check the condition. Okay, again how you can check it? Else if. You can see when we write if, automatically comes the else. Inside of, again we need to check this one. Allow payload dot age is greater than 18 is complete, then if the payload dot equal to 18, then we can print something. What is the printing? Maybe a teenager.
Yes.
Okay, the else,
Minor.
then that's it. Okay, now you can see I'm changing this 18 to 8.
So
Minor. If it is commit 88, then adult. Got it?
yes.
So it's up to you. Either you can write like this one, there is nothing is there. If you're following the other programming, something like this one. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so simple one. But this is a very simple, even kid also can write it, right? But there comes with some different one. So what their expectation is, inside of this action, they want to return an object. So what the object means, their expectation is coming like this one. So they don't want to, I will write here, 1 second, control Z. What is the out? So here they don't want to simply print here. So here they want to print the message like this one. The age, whatever the age is there, then here they want to give the status. I mean something,
Adult.
not a status or something. Okay, adult. So their expectation something like this one. Now you guys tell me how we can create this structure. I will write it here. So this we can call it as comment line, just like Java programming. Okay, so this is the output they are expecting. Now tell me guys, you already know how you can print the adult or something. Here what is our expectation? If this condition is true, then I want to prepare the body like this one. Then tell me,
We have to create object.
yeah, tell me how we can create an object.
Instead of adult, there we have to do
So
curly
instead
brace.
of the string value, here you need to return which one? Here we need to return the an object, right? Then it's very simple. You can simply give the enter here. Then here you can create an object, right? So inside of the object, what is your first key value? Here is the age, and here we need to map the value payload dot
Dot
age. Then
age.
what the second way field?
Status.
Status. Then here you can give the payload dot,
Action.
Status dot 80.
sorry,
Age.
I think here we need to give the, no, here we need to print the message, right? What is this one? Adult. Okay, so for example, for this also we need to create an object. Here we can write the object, and here copy this one, I'm placing here. It is a what is the
Teenage.
one? Teenage. Okay, for this one, again, we need to create an object. What is the one here?
Minor.
Minor. Okay, so you can see depending on that one, everything is coming like this one. Okay, so that means we can able to write the multiple condition for the field level. Got it, guys?
Yes, can you change the age to 8 again?
Damn, okay.
Yeah, it can be without it.
Okay, so this we can call it as a field level. Depending on for this field, we want to print something data, then we can validating the things like it. Okay, if else something. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody understand? So simple one in the when we're writing the complex, then we can discuss more about this one. So if else if. Okay, so let's check it. Is there any other thing is there? This one we can discuss the last thing. Okay. Now, no, I think we are not done the payload. Let me collect. Action is there. Okay. Oh, okay. The next one is simple basic example when so you can see I am passing some value. So if this value is a even, then I want to my expectation output like this one. The simple basic example. So what is the output? Value, whatever the value is there, then here 1 second. And what is this one? Type. If it is a odd, then you want to print the odd. If it is a even, then I want to print the even. So this is the way I want to create it. You guys are understand? Hello?
Yes.
Then tell me how we are going to create it. Let's check this one. How we are analyzing this problem. The first value should be whatever the value is there. For the second value, we need to check if it is a even, then we want to print the even. If it is a odd, then you want to print the odd. That is my requirement. Then tell me. First, what
Actually,
is this? Tell me.
uh, if else we have to write if else.
Directly we need to write if else, or is there any other thing? Just understand. So what is your output?
Check function.
What is your output?
Object. So we
Then
have curly
what?
braces.
That's it. Then
Mhm.
what is your first field value?
Yeah,
Value.
payload dot value.
Is there any validation we need to do for this one?
No.
No.
So it directly coming from your payload, then we can add like this one value,
Payload
then
dot value.
Dot value.
payload dot
Value.
Value.
value. Then what is your second field? Is there any type is
Type.
there? No.
No.
So here for this one,
If.
we need to write the validation part, right? So where
Yes.
this one, so our payload dot the value is there. So for this one, we need to done some validation. How we can done the validation?
If.
Right? So you can see the if we can put entire thing inside of the if this condition is true something right here we need to check this value is even or odd. So you
Yeah.
already know what is the value for this one generally. So how we can get the even or odd if any number is there percentage 2 or by 2 something 1 second. So this is the 8% generally other programming otherwise you can 1 second.
Percent is not available here, right?
So 2480. So this we can get by using that slash, and this we can generally we can get the modulus. But in the mule there is no modulus operator is there. Instead of this one, they can provide the function called the mod. Okay. So mod 8 comma 2, it is returning the 0. That means 8 percentage 2 is equal to the mod 8 comma 2. Okay. Then we need to apply this function. Just remember it. So here what is the function? If
If mod
yeah,
of
Payload dot
sorry,
value.
mod of
payload
Payload dot value.
payload dot
value
value
comma
comma 2,
to
okay,
Two.
is equal to
equal
0.
to 0.
Then what is your requirement? If it is the 0,
Even
Even.
even
else
else,
or
got it? Okay. If you are placing
7.
7, then odd, right?
Yes.
So this is the way we can able to do it. But writing this is the older way of doing things. So every time don't write it anything like this one. First you can check is there any function is available to check whether this number is even or odd. Okay, let me check this one. I'm just removing it. I don't want to write any function. Not in cases you can see is. When we placing the is, it is
0.
automatically providing some function. You can see, is there any function is there to check whether
Easy
this
way.
number is
Yes,
even, right?
is event.
Right. So you can just go on for the is even. So here we need to mention the value, the
Payload.
Payload.
payload dot value.
Value.
Then you can see. Okay, if this condition is true, it is returning the true, just like this one. This condition is false, then we can go for this one. So it's up to you. 99% always go for the is there any predefined functions are there? It is better to use there. Okay.
Yes, of course.
So this is the one. Always in the mule point of view, they're providing the most of the functions. You always try to use these functions. Okay. If that particular function is not available, then only you can go for writing of your own. Okay. So this is the way we can able to check whether this number is the even or odd, something like that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what are other things? Okay, first we will discuss the basics, then we can go for the some advanced. Is there any? I think for the simple if, okay, let me create one use case. Maybe tomorrow you can come up with one. There is student data is available like this one. Maybe we are already seeing this one. That data is available or not. I don't know. Let me check this one. Where the student data is not available here. Let me open it
Inside the
something.
D drive, data student,
Yeah, I'm going to see it. Student sales data, employee info, processed one.
DB output, persistent.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
student
student.
data is. It's a very simple one, no, but it is good. Oh, it is already coming with the no. Yeah, this is the one. 1 second, guys. Yeah, go ahead. Someone is talking. Tell me. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir, listening.
Yeah. Tell me.
We are student data.
Okay. Now you can see what is my requirement is as usual. My expectation is ID should be there and the name should be there. Forget about the values. And here the average marks is there. Sorry, every time why it is given this average. I want to identify it and then so here phone number should be there and
Depending on average first class.
yeah. Here we want to print the grade something. Okay, so we need to calculate this grade. What is the requirement is if the average is greater than 85, then you want to print the grade as a simplicity. Okay, maybe it is some same basic example of maybe even your school, I mean college days or something. 82, 72, 85, then you want to give the grade as a B and something. It is 55 to 70, then I need to give it as a grade as a C. Otherwise, I want to create a fail. So this is my input and this is my output. So can you practice this one tomorrow? Come up with this example. It's very simple. Okay.
Yes, can you sir put this input in a chat?
Okay. This input.
Copy.
Yeah. 1 second. This is the input and this is my expected output. Okay. because you can see this time we are reading the data in a single object. In the future, this data is coming as the array. Multiple items are there. Then we need to use this different logic instead of defining the metadata or something. Okay, the same examples we are coming, right? So just practice this one, and tomorrow we are going to write the functions, and more important, predefined functions we are going to use it. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just come up with these examples and if and if else. Tomorrow we will see how we can create a functions and a predefined thing, everything. Okay, but the data view you need practice, guys. Just remember, the logic is very simple, but you need to understand it. How we can select the data, how we can map. We are not at start the map and map object. There we need to write some complex syntaxes. So for this one, we need to practice all these things. Okay, just practice this one, and tomorrow we will see more examples. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See there any doubts, guys?